Taking an old car and restoring, rebuilding or re-engineering it entirely is nothing new. There are plenty of companies around doing it with Porsches, Ferraris, Jaguars, Aston Martins and more. But often overlooked is the good old British sports car, the simple, small and lightweight heroes that were the talk of the town in the 1950s and 60s. Well, it's overlooked no more. Meet the Healey by Caton.
First things first, hot damn, this is like no Austin Healey I've seen before, and there's a very good reason for that. You see, this is not merely an Austin Healey 100 that's been restored. This is a Healey 100 that's been built to the very highest modern standards, to levels that the car's creator, Donald Healey, simply couldn't have imagined.
Donald Healey unveiled the original Healey 100 at the 1952 London Motor Show. Its design was impressive, so impressive that Austin's director, Leonard Lord, struck a deal to put the car into production under the Austin banner. The Austin Healey was born, and in just over 3 years, nearly 15,000 were built, all with 2,660cc engines and between 90 and 133 horsepower. This is a little different. Caton enlisted the help of a company called JME Healeys, a specialist company based in the same building where the original cars were created, the Cape Works in Warwickshire. It takes the original 4-cylinder block, strips it back, lightens it, adds larger carburettors, fits a steel crankshaft as well as higher compression pistons and a performance camshaft.
It also bores out the engine to 2,954 cc. The result is a bump in power to 182 horsepower. Now 182 horsepower by today's standards doesn't sound like an awful lot until you consider how much the car weighs. 920 kilograms. That gives it a power to weight ratio of 197 horsepower per tonne, which puts it on par with an original Honda NSX, a Series 2 Lotus Elise and a Mitsubishi Evo 8. That is not to be sniffed at.
Why does it weigh so little? Well, Caton took an original Healey 100 and 3D scanned it before reworking it for a modern design process, with a few tweaks for good measure. Panel seams have gone and panel gaps have been made smaller. Everything is tied together with a tolerance of 0.2mm.
Then there's the design itself. Now yes, Caton did 3D scan an original car, but as you can see, it's not like for like. First of all, the grille. It's ever so slightly a different shape. Each of these pieces here, they're all individually bolted into the grille. There's no plastic anywhere there. Then you've got this little hexagonal mesh behind these main grille pieces. The lights, those are new. Same size, same location, but just everything internally is new. You've also got 72-spoke Barani wheels with modern Michelin tyres, but with a period-correct tread pattern. Down the side of the car, you've now got a vent here as well. That never used to be a vent unless it was on some kind of racing car. Again, single piece of aluminium. The whole car is aluminium. You've got an entirely new windscreen that wraps around the driver and the passenger, so then there's less wind noise, less interference, less ruining your hair. All of the external hinges have now gone, everything's internal. So before, for the boot, there would have been an external boot release and external hinges, they're now all on the inside. And actually, one thing to mention, this line that runs all the way down the side of the car, on the original cars, didn't always line up quite correctly. It was a little bit off, but on this, spot on all the way down. As for the interior, both in terms of the quality of the materials and the level of execution, this is on an entirely different level to an original Healey 100. When you order one of these, you get exactly what you want. It's a one-to-one process. If you want something in a particular colour, that's exactly what you get. If you want different materials, you'll get it. Things to note, the doors have been redesigned. So you've actually got storage space for something like a water bottle or some schnapps. You've got these lovely leather seats, you've got leather behind the seats as well, part of the dash, some of the dash is body coloured. You've got a new gear lever that's been moved, you've got a steering wheel that's smaller than that of the original. Reason being, if you're tall and you put your hands on the wheel, you haven't actually got space to get your hands all the way around the wheel. Now it's smaller, you can. You've got AP Racing pedals, and then down here in the centre, there's no infotainment system to speak of. Why would you want one? But you've got two USBs. Two USBs on an Austin Healey. I like that. And then there's everything underneath.
There are still leaf springs at the rear, albeit ones that have been updated, but at the front there's double wishbones and coil springs, with all new and bespoke roll bars front and rear, and lever arm dampers. The original 3-speed transmission is gone, replaced with a new 5-speed. And there's now a limited slip differential. Like the original, there's no power steering, no ABS and no traction control. The price? Well, we can't say exactly, because every car will be built to the owner's exact specification. But it will certainly be considerably more than a regular, fully restored Healey. Is it worth it? Well, that rather depends. Some will surely want to keep things original, but the new world of Restomod shows us there are plenty of people around who want more than that. What's more, there will only ever be 25 of these. Would you buy one? Or would you rather have the original? Let us know in the comments.